Can I stay fully clothed because I really don't want to be fully clothed if it's possible.
Today we're going to the Outpost in Savannah, Tennessee, and my guest is Jeff Roach, one of the greatest session keyboard players and producers in Nashville. This is
Pilot Eats. Pilot Eats. We're gonna do it. Pilot Eats Food.
Lewisburg, Ellington, Boeing 3559 hotels, taking runway 2, will depart to the west. All right, Roach, you ready?
Oh yeah, going this way because the wind's blowing this way, right?
We're going this way.
Yeah.
We point into the wind. We're getting a little bit of a crosswind today, so it's coming at us just from over here, just
Let's
a little
just
bit.
take off into those trees.
Yeah, I think that's a terrific idea. All right.
Woohoo! And we're up,
We are up.
at least for the moment. Okay.
Back 2 northwest, landing Winchester. I don't know if a brake's such a good idea right now.
Oh yeah.
Lewisburg, Ellington, 59 Hotel is left crosswind, and we're departing to the west.
How often do you do this?
Do what?
Well, how often do you fly, first of all?
As often as possible.
When did all this happen?
Well, I got the plane about a year and a half ago. I just, you remember I got my license about 20 years ago. I've wanted to own a plane the whole time, and, I quit flying.
Craigslist? Is that
No, I
eBay?
Amazon probably. Yep. And then I turned 50 and realized I'm not going to get my first plane when I'm in my 60s.
Right when your vision is failing, your bladder needs emptying every 20 seconds.
Oh, we're already there. But I just figured
Be a low approach. To the south.
people who own airplanes have all told you it's like owning a boat. 2 best days of your life are the day you buy it, the day you sell it. And I thought, well, I'd sure like to know what that regret feels like. So here I am with a money pit and a bundle of joy. Kind of like having a child.
Not sure what you're feeling of down here.
This is trim. Basically, the idea, this controls left and right. My feet control yaw. You feel that?
Yeah.
So the idea is once you're in level flight, there's a little extra bit of help you can give
Just
yourself
fine-tuning.
so that you can essentially fly hands off in smooth air. Okay, Jeff, why don't you tell them just a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Well, Scott,
Winchester traffic, Skyhawk
It's a long and sordid tale.
Winchester about 4 miles out.
I actually moved out here in 1989 from Texas. Started playing a few live shows here and there with people, and actually sort of fell into doing some session work by accident. Went out on the road with a band called McBride and the Ride, but did that for about a year and a half. And they were signed to MCA when that was a label. Big country outfit, lived on a bus. Did that for about a year and a half, and then started doing sessions, and I thought, well, crap, I get to stay home and stay married, still make music, but like a lot of guys in town, do a lot of production, write songs, raise cattle. No, we actually did that in Oklahoma, but perhaps I need a hobby, like
flying an airplane?
flipping aircraft.
Yeah. Tell us some of the people you've worked with, some people they would all know.
It's everybody from Neo to Tim McGraw to Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Okay, all right,
Really?
We're going to stop talking for a few minutes while I listen to the radio. We're getting close to
Really?
Savannah, Tennessee, where we're going to stop and eat at the Outpost.
Bravo.
Hopefully breakfast. Check everything again. Gears down. Belly landings are bad for airplanes.
Well, how can you tell the gear's down?
Green light.
Oh,
Says gear down.
don't have a visual. Just hope to God that green light's on for the right reason.
All right. Okay. Dropping power because we're a little fast and we got a lot of fly left in us. Come on. There we go.
Get the brake pads checked on this baby. Not much in that windsock.
Nope.
Looks very unexcited.
Yeah. Yeah, the jokes with windsocks are endless.
Okay, as you'll recall, the running joke with this is the airport crew car. Unfortunately here what they have is actually pretty good, and that's no fun, but there's little damage. It's an older Suburban. Yeah, I would say this is probably early mid 2000s, but
Cool.
The one good thing is it'll probably go 0 to 60 in about 5 minutes, so that's really our full criteria. Let's go to the Outpost and get some food. The Outpost came into being after some life-changing setbacks for the owner. The general store and restaurant were opened with a mission to do ministry and give back to the community. The story's actually quite remarkable. You should look it up on their website, pickwickoutpost.com. We've had breakfast and lunch here, and both are fabulous. It's open for breakfast at 6 a.m., and they stay open all day except on Monday, where they close at 3, and they're closed on Sundays. We're here at the Outpost, and Pepper just took our order. I went for something very, very outside the box and got pancakes, eggs, and bacon, just because I want you, the observer, to have a holistic understanding of what's available out here at small town airport eating establishments.
This is our Outpost farm sausage. It is made with
Love.
from the farm. Yes, made with love.
Wow.
I'll let you
Like
guys.
you kill the deer right here?
The
No, no.
deer?
Wow, look at this.
Okay, well,
See? I like good.
she brought us
smoked
something.
sausage.
She brought us something special. Okay.
But yes, that is our Outpost sausage, and it's offered in the store. You'll see it when you go through by the t-shirts. There's like a Outpost cooler, but yeah, it
Okay.
has all of our meats in it.
Thank you, Pepper.
Thank you so much.
Tastes like sausage. I mean, it's good.
What a glowing
Some-
endorsement.
The only thing that bothers me is a hot food fanatic, and I can eat it.
That's
no
right.
problem.
You like to bleed, don't you?
Oh,
yeah.
bleed. Fresh habaneros and the whole nine. I love all of it. Nashville hot chicken, the really hot one. But that's the only food that I found that I eat it just fine. It's the next
The next day, yeah. That might work for colonoscopy instead of taking the drugs. Anywho,
Yeah, it's like those test tube brushes? That's kind of the equivalent. Or when they like load a cannon?
did you ever watch The Blacklist?
Is that the one with
James Spader. Everybody's been begging me to watch it for 10 years. Well, we finally just started binge watching it on Netflix. And it's
he's
funny.
such a good jerk.
He's amazing. Musicians love actors because it feels sort of like we're drawing from the same thing to get to whatever the art is. I
go straight to Carney's.
But the thing is, watching that show now, after the last 3 years, it's not funny anymore.
I got you.
You're just watching it
pretty
going,
on
this
point.
is what's happening.
I try not to watch much TV, although I got Marty McGee on ESPN behind me there. Mock draft. I mean, who doesn't want to watch a mock draft?
I actually watched the Super Bowl this year. I was stuck in a hotel room by myself in Atlanta. I had nothing to do.
Minding your own business.
Yeah. So I watched the Super Bowl, which my friends know I don't really care about sports. Cancel me now. But I watched almost the entire game and actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a good game, actually.
Yeah, right up until the end. And what a low impact ending.
Kind
Kinda
like
like
halftime show.
Oh gosh.
I hate all halftime shows. I want to watch the sport. I don't need them to drag 18-wheeler trailers out there and a band to perform and all that garbage and then it destroy the field. I want to watch football.
I don't need to see Sandy and Larnell singing, make his praise glorious for Can you imagine them doing that?
Los Angeles.
Yeah, boy, I love
Big,
going.
smelly city.
I love going back to visit. I sure do love California.
Still?
Oh, I love it. I don't think I'd want to live there anymore. But I was out there last August or September up in Northern California.
Well, that's a little different.
It's like a different state. I actually got emotional about it. My dad grew up out there. All of my relatives, my mother spent the last part of her childhood in the Bay Area. And just to see it and know that most of my relatives who live there are gone.
Oh, yeah.
And it's still just stunningly beautiful. San Francisco is just, again, so much of it's your childhood and what you know. I think most people, if they went to Mangum, Oklahoma, population 3,000, they'd go, what is this? But you grew up there. There's something that,
The only thing, and I'm not going to crap on my hometown because it's sad because no one new is really moving in. So the people that used to make it a quaint little Mayberry kind of town are too old to keep things up. It looks like about 1 out of every 4 houses there now is habitable. It looks pretty rough. Houses with like a tree growing through it and stuff. It's really sad.
it's a good name for a movie. A tree runs through it.
That is a thick pancake.
Look at that.
How's everything look, guys?
God, looks.
You want a bite? Looks pretty good.
I'm holding out for a chocolate biscuit and gravy.
Oh,
Chocolate biscuit and gravy. Wow.
that seems like a good idea.
It is, yeah.
Comes with a side of Metamucil.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I have to say, there's nothing about this food so far that is not pleasing to me.
I feel
This is-
diabetes coming on, so that's a good thing.
This is one of the thickest pancakes. I've only seen a pancake like this one other time.
I have too, and it was up high in elevation, like in the Rocky Mountains. The elevation makes pancakes like really fluffy like that. I don't know.
You sound like you know what you're talking about, but you're just making this up, aren't
No,
you?
I'm serious. I do appreciate though that you think I'm such a bullshit artist. That I
Well,
can just make it up.
this, the only time I've seen this is in the high elevation of Chattanooga, Tennessee. How's that waffle? Because this pancake, I mean, it's
Well,
amazing.
I got this because you got the pancake. This one's something different. It's good, man. I burned my taste buds off.
Well, I'm here to tell you, this looks amazing and it tastes great.
I'm going to be in a coma in probably an hour.
Me too.
Sugar
I'll
coma.
be flying at that time.
Well, it's a good thing I know how to land. Kind of like, what's her name did from the church next door.
That's smooth right now, man.
What a gorgeous day to fly. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, there's not a cloud anywhere, is there? You ever been on a flight like this where something went south and, you know, you had to almost emergency land or anything?
I mean, we're going east right now, not south.
I know what you mean.
I have had a couple of emergencies, yes. We don't talk to the wife about those. I had an engine failure on takeoff. That is about the worst possible time to lose an engine. But fortunately, it has 2 runways, and I was with an instructor. He was actually checking me out in a Piper Cherokee 6, and I remember looking at the fuel tanks before we took off and saying, this looks a little low. He said, nah, we'll be fine. We were not fine, and I will never forget learning a hard lesson that no matter who you're with and how much more experience you think they have than you, always trust your instincts. But I was staring at the alternate runway on my left, and I just said, I'll call, you fly. It ended up being a non-event, but boy, when they had to come tow us off the runway and the mechanic had a few choice words for us, it ended up, they realized at the flight school that they needed to up everybody's game on this particular plane on doing a checkout, change procedures a little bit, and I'm not aware that particular mistake ever happened again. What you got fun coming up? Any good work stuff?
You know, I don't know. The weirdest thing that I've had that was kind of fun, but I say fun because it was an interesting experience, was about a week ago. I played the Opry House, which in 33 years I played the Ryman a number of times. I've never played at the Grand Ole Opry House.
Okay.
But it was a kind of a fundraiser and a tribute show to the late Leslie Jordan. There was quite from Maren Morris to Eddie Vedder. There was some colorful characters on the show. But it was cool. I was in the house band. That's the first live stuff I've done in ages, honestly, because I just am not really geared up for it. But I didn't have to bring any gear. They had a keyboard, a grand piano, a Hammond organ, and a Leslie. I just showed up and played.
That's a great story, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm glad I could share that with you and your 4 people watching.
Fort Bank traffic.
Can you make sense of all that?
Well, there was Lewisburg 355 Hotel, short final 2, full stop Lewisburg.
Solo traffic, leader 44, turning base, 36 Hills Open. Winchester traffic, back to 252, Juliet Alpha starting, left downwind on 18, Winchester traffic. Ellington traffic, 24 Kilo Kilo is turning crosswind for runway 2, Ellington traffic. Some leader 71.
Come on. Oh, some of them are better than others. This wasn't quite as precise as I'd like it to be. Well, we did it, Jeff.
That was cool, man.
Lewisburg 59 Hotel, clear, going to the hangars. All right, we did it, Jeff. This was fun.